Hello everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and I've kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitancy in your weight loss and maintenance. Today we're going to talk about grocery stores and how they don't care about your well-being or your weight loss. Now before we begin, if you need help with weight loss, especially from the psychological point of view, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also check out Naturopathic Earth, my website, The Awakened Man, my podcast since 2017. Check out my books, and if you appreciate my content, there is a link for PayPal. All right, we talk about big pharma, big food, big fast food. We need to talk about big grocery, because big grocery is important to understand. And I need to mention this, and I think many of you already know this, but just in case you don't. Grocery stores are constantly trying to manipulate you into buying more things. Grocery stores don't care about you, but especially local chains. And I've been to every state here, and every state has like their own little like local brands, which is kind of fun. And same for Canada. When you travel around, you get to see these supermarkets, which are a lot of them are owned by the same national conglomeration, but it's neat that they have these little local things. I remember being in Asheville, North Carolina, and they had a supermarket called Ingles. And I thought it was Ingles. So I walked in like, hey, oh, this is a cool place. It's Ingles. They're like, no, it's Ingles. Either way, they don't care about you. Look, if they cared about you, what they would have done during inflation is be like, hey, we know this is tough on you. We're going to freeze all of our prices for a year and take the hit. But companies don't take hits. That's not their raison d'etre. They're beholden to stockholders and a board of directors. But the main reason they manipulate you is they put food in different places in the supermarket on purpose. Then they hire supermarket scientists to manipulate you into buying more stuff. And in particular, it's going to be the processed foods, because that's where they make their money. So it's not a shock, and I think most of you guys know this. Produce, dairy, meats are normally on corners of the grocery store. They put them in different areas. Why do they do that? They could easily put all the perishables in the same section. That seems to make sense, right? But no, they don't do that. They put them in different areas. They will always do that because they want you to meander. Because when you're meandering to go from the milk to the bananas, oh, look, oh, they got a deal. 2 chips, get a third one free. Oh, that's what they want. Oh, I need that. I need some cereal. I need some peanut butter. Oh, that looks good. Okay, this is why they always say don't ever go to a supermarket hungry. Oh, that looks even better. Oh. They're manipulating you. You can look into this. There's tons of documentaries on this. They will intentionally orient the supermarket a certain way. They will intentionally put the specials at the front. Of course, everything is bright and glaring, big prices and so forth. And they put the specials on the front because they're trying to manipulate you. Then, of course, they're going to have the courtesy cards, a lot of them, which is just data mining, which they sell to third parties. And this is going to be a problem later on in 5-10 years, like Minority Report, the old Tom Cruise movie, is when you're trying to get your health insurance, like, oh, well, Mr. Bob, it looks like you bought a lot of ice cream. Everything you use on these courtesy cards is tracked and sold to third parties. We're being data mined all the time. Of course, we know this with social media, but don't be deceived. Courtesy cards are doing the same thing. So grocery stores do not care about you. They do not care about you. So what are some tactics to avoid going to a grocery store and being really manipulated? Because on one level, we're manipulated by them at all times. Well, like I said, don't go hungry. That's pretty obvious. Another thing is, post-COVID, we do have a lot of order-to-goes where you can order everything online and they bring you the food. I would recommend that, because if you lack willpower, and that's to say that's not to say that I am not susceptible to this. What I don't necessarily do the order outs because they do mark up the price for the convenience fee. I'm tempted, like today, like right now, I want to go get lemons and some carrots. And then I was like, ooh, those blue corn chips are on sale, and I like blue corn tortilla chips. That's one of the 20 items in my kitchen that I use for weight management. So I get manipulated too, but I would tell you as a whole, use the order out things, purchase things online, use Amazon. I mean, Amazon of course has its own problems with its one-click shopping, and The same thing with Uber Eats. We had talked about before on food porn, the episode on food porn, how we're all susceptible to Taco Bell commercials and Pizza Hut commercials and so forth. This is why you should only have streaming and unplug whatever you're watching. Just don't even have cable. Don't have anything that has commercials. But even you can circumvent that by Uber Eats and pizza delivery. But it's kind of the same thing here. Like, avoid the grocery store as much as you can. If need be, have someone else shop for you, a concierge. But if you're gonna go, I would tell you, use the online thing and have it delivered to you. Yes, it's more expensive, but in the long run, you're probably saving money because you're not gonna come out with Gold Chips cereals and whatever, apple pie or whatever like that. And just understand in closing, just like big fast food and big restaurant, they don't care about you. They just want your dollar. This is why they crank tons of money into advertising and into food porn. It's because they're trying to manipulate you to buy more stuff. You know this with waiters, right? Would you like to start out with a margarita? They love it when you say, no, I'll just have water. They're all trying to manipulate us, and don't let them manipulate you. And in this case, they're trying to get you to buy the middle aisle processed food, which is loaded with sugar and soy and flour and all these things that are going to jeopardize your weight loss and weight management. So know what they're trying to do and say, screw you to big grocery. Work your way around their manipulations. Understand you're being manipulated every time you walk in. And honestly, I would just order everything online and have it delivered to you to resist temptation. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Hit the notification, subscribe, and share button. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.